Yo, what up, guys? It's Dom from ASMR Cruise, and I'm back for a little discussion. I'm back with a little bit of knowledge to drop just between you and me. Not that anything I'm about to say hasn't been said before, but I've been thinking about this shit a lot lately, and I wanted to explore it for myself. The topic in question is the true cost of immediate satisfaction. And the question I have is this: why do bad things feel good while good things feel bad? And when I say good and bad, I'm not talking morally. I'm talking about decisions where we already pretty much know what the consequences are. There are things that I know are probably bad for me that feel really great in the moment. And then there are things I know would improve my life that I practically have to drag myself into doing. And I think a lot of that comes down to when we actually experience that reward and when we experience the consequence. So here's an example of a bad thing that feels good. DoorDash. It's expensive. Way more expensive than getting the same food yourself. And let's be real, it's probably not healthy either. I'm not exactly cracking open DoorDash because I've been hankering for a Caesar salad. The problem is that ordering food feels good, man. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to talk to anybody. You just chill. You press some buttons on your phone and eventually Taco Bell manifests at your front door. And that is in its own way kind of incredible. But the cost of that convenience is definitely there. They're hella fees. And you gotta tip somebody. Like, for me to get Taco Bell, it auto goes to like $7 or $8 because it's across town. And at that rate, your food might show up kind of cold, bro. Suddenly a Taco Bell, from across the way costs way more than it ever had any business costing. And it's subpar. But that aside, I'm just saying, if you get dependent on instant gratification and convenience, you're legitimately taking things away from a better version of your future. And I mean this literally, guys. For instance, like, speaking for myself again, like, I do order too much food, and each individual order doesn't, like, in the moment feel like some catastrophic financial decision. No, but it does add up. And I've got so many goals. The McNuggets keep moving the goalposts. I want a house and more cars, and I want to take trips. And every time I spend money, I'm sacrificing some tiny amount of my ability to do those things. And I'm starting to fully realize something as a young adult is that money is freedom. And I'm being a dumbass sometimes. A dollar is almost like one little unit of freedom. And the more money you save, the more choices you have available to you. You can go somewhere, or you can buy something like those cars. You can fix something that breaks. You can leave a shitty situation or survive an emergency without completely being fucked. Money doesn't guarantee happiness, obviously, but having some money sitting there gives you options. Contrast that with debt. Debt does the opposite. Now you've already spent tomorrow's money today, and the interest is making tomorrow you pay even more for whatever today you wanted in the moment. Credit card companies know this, man. Gambling companies know this too. A huge chunk of our economy is basically built around the fact that human beings really, really like getting the reward right now. And I think that's basically what I mean by bad things feeling good. The reward happens now. The cost happens. It just happens later. Kind of delaying your doom if you're too irresponsible. It might feel good to charge your credit card today, but remember, it's the same you, just in the future, that has to deal with those consequences. And it's kind of fucked up when you think about it. You're constantly making decisions for a person you haven't even met yet, and that person is still you. So what about the good things? Why do they feel bad? It's basically the opposite. The cost happens now, and the reward happens later. If I don't order DoorDash and I'm hungry, I'm still going to be hungry. And I don't immediately receive like $35 or whatever it freaking costs, for not ordering it. There's no one congratulating me. There's nothing happening. But that's the point. I might feel like I missed out or something, but that boring decision creates a slightly better tomorrow. More money saved. Maybe I feel better physically. And more importantly, I reinforce the habit of being able to tell myself no. But let's back up for a second. Is immediate satisfaction always bad? I don't think so. If I took everything I've said to the absolute extreme, I could optimize my entire existence for some hypothetical version of myself. And someday, I'll have accumulated all this money, discipline, and freedom. But if I'm unwilling to do anything, am I really rewarding my future self? That money gives me the freedom. So surely part of that freedom is the ability to occasionally spend it, even if it's on something stupid that makes me happy. Otherwise, I'm still not free. I'm just hoarding those units of freedom because I refuse to use them. And I think that is where it gets complicated. Because this lesson can't just be bad things feel good, so stop doing things that feel good. Because that's just miserable. And something feeling bad doesn't automatically make it good for you either. Suffering is not inherently productive. Discipline isn't just about maximizing discomfort. Maybe it's about deciding which costs are actually worth paying. The problem is when immediate satisfaction starts consistently taking things away from the person you're going to be tomorrow. When convenience becomes dependency. When one impulse purchase becomes 20. When I'll do it tomorrow becomes what you say every day. When you're constantly borrowing happiness from your future and leaving that guy with the bill instead. So maybe that's the biggest thing I've gotten from asking all this and thinking about it. Immediate satisfaction isn't free, but neither is delayed gratification. Every decision has a cost. So with that all said, work toward your goals, but don't turn your entire existence into preparation for a future that never arrives.